What's going on, you guys? This is Kyle, other known as Blaster Joker, coming at you with a deck profile. I decided to do this one because there's a funny story about why you're seeing Yosenjus mixed with Sky Strikers on the board. When I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh, this was a deck I wanted to play. This was back in 2015 when the Secret Forces came out, and I saw at the time with one of my local friends, he was playing this deck, and I got gravitated to it, so I decided to pick up a stun variant, and I actually ended up doing very well at locals at the time. And after that, I switched on to playing decks like Pendulum Magicians, Felgrand, and just basically all the random stuff until I started playing competitively 2 years later. But anyway, so this is Yosenju. I actually paired it with Sky Striker. And there are some cards that are here that worked out 100%. And what's cool about this deck is actually Yosenju is actually synergized with Sky Strikers. If you're going first, you always want to start with your Sky Striker engine. That's why a lot of the Sky Striker cards are actually maxed. Some of the good cards are actually maxed out because you want to see them, or somewhat maxed out. And then you have the situational cards like Afterburners, Eagle Booster, Shark Cannon, etc. But without any further ado, let's get on to the deck profile. So, minus the hand traps like Phantasme and Ash Blossom, we're going to start things off with 2 comma 1s. I think you only need 2. This is the bouncer. This is the compulse of the deck, which is actually really good. You have 2 comma 3s and 1 comma 2. Now, ideally with Yosenjus, you actually play all at 3. I personally think right now in this format that's actually incorrect. I think you should be playing a small Yosenju lineup because you don't want to see them, but you do at the same time. The only cards you want to see are 1, 3, and the brand new card, Yosenju Izunamura. I'm pretty sure I mispronounced that name, as it is a long name. They just shortened the name. But yeah, Yosenju Izuna is actually a brand new card where it reads that once per turn during the end phase, if this card was normal summoned this turn, return to the hand. Basically like all the Yosenjus. You can only use each of the following effects of Izuna once per turn. You can discard this card, and basically every Yosenju monster every summon cannot be responded by. So as an example, if I go into my Yosenju combo, which is like having more copies of certain Yosenju cards, if I activate Izuna by discarding it and I summon Yosenju, they can't respond to the summon, and I can activate its effect again to normal summon again. So that's why Izon is actually pretty good. And its second effect, if you summon him at the end, is actually a draw 1 card, which is a mandatory if you attempt to activate it. It's actually pretty good from what I've seen, and I've been playtesting it, and I find it's better as a 2-of. You don't actually need to max out on it, from what I've been testing. So, yeah, there's that. And we're playing 1 Tsuji Kirikaze. This card is the honest of the deck. I personally don't think this is the best card anymore. I personally think it's between comma 1, comma 3, and Izuna. So that's why I play it. And, yeah, that's why. And I'm actually trying a new card. I personally don't think this is a good card at all. I'm just putting it in here as a combo finisher. Realistically, I might actually consider cutting this card. I don't think it's that good. The spells for it isn't actually that good at all, and its effects don't really help out with the plays that you want to make. So that's it for the Yosenju engine. And obviously, if we're playing Sky Striker, because this card really synergizes very well with the Yosenju engine, I decided to play 3 Ray. Because you're like, if it's your opponent's turn, you want to get Ray on the field and then out of the field to make your Shizuku, your Kagari, or Kaina even. So I thought that was really cool. And obviously we're playing the hand traps. I ended up playing Fantastical Dragon Phantasme and Triple Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. I think Ash Blossom is pretty good. And to also add on to hand traps, I added Infinite Impermanence if I'm going first. And it's also really good if my opponent clears out my board and I just happen to have no cards on the board, and I can just activate Infinite Impermanence. To continue on, we're going straight to the spells. The spells are mainly Sky Striker related. So you'll see a lot of Sky Striker cards, but like Yosenju Shine going like doing OTKs. So if you open them going second, and it's not bad. But you want to open the Sky Striker stuff first, because if you open the Yosenju stuff, you're basically bricking. So that's why I limited myself into like one, two, like two, four, like 9 Yosenju main monsters, and then like no spell and traps. I actually don't think the spell and traps are good this format, including Secret Move, because you need to only control Yosenju monsters, and you're only supposed to have Yosenju cards on the field. So I don't think it synergizes with the Sky Striker engine, because you want the Sky Striker engine to actually pop off and control your opponent. So it's more of a, this deck is more of a control deck that I find. Anyway, to start things off with the spells, for the Sky Strikers, we have triple engage, triple multi-roll. This card is actually nuts. Triple Widow Anchor, and for 12s, I put this at 2. I do not play Terraforming, but I really think I should. But I already have Engage and Shizuku to search this card. Double Area 0. I would put this at 3, but I'm kind of out of space for it. So, yeah. Anyway, to continue on, we have the 1-ups, Hornet Drones, Shark Cannon, Eagle Booster, Afterburner, and Jamming Waves. These 5 are the standard situational 1-ups, depending on the deck you're playing against. If anything, I would actually consider putting Eagle Booster and Jamming Waves to 2, depending on the deck I'm playing against. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Tanky is more for the Yosenjus if you're going second, or if you just want to search them as fast as you can. And I ended up playing double summon, because if you summon Rei and you need more spells in the graveyard for your Kagari, for your Shizuku, and for your Engage, I play this, and then if I'm going second, this is actually, if I'm going second, or if it's my second turn, this is actually very good, because if I normal summon Rei, I can normal summon again. So that's why I'm playing double summon at 3. This card is actually pretty good with a specific deck. So like this ties in both decks together very well. And obviously the infinite impermanence, but that's pretty much it for the spells, traps, and yeah, it's 18, 22, and 2, so it's a 42 card deck. I would actually consider cutting some cards, but there's some cards that actually are very needed in this deck, so they are what they are. Anyway, to continue on, for the extra deck, you're obviously going to, for your Sky Strikers, it's mostly a Sky Striker-like extra deck, so you're obviously going to be playing your 3 Shizuku, your 3 Kagari, your 1 Kaina, your double Hayate. I actually don't like triple Hayate. I don't think Hayate is really good at 3. I could be wrong, and I could get in trouble for that, but it's kind of like, it's a double-edged sword, so that's why I played this card at 2. The Nightmare Package, I'm playing basically the entire Nightmare Package. I would play Kaina. I would play Hida, but for this format, I did not bother. So there's that. I'm a little iffy about this card, so you just Skull Dread. I may actually cut it for the Hida, and it is what it is. So I'm just trying it out and seeing what this card can do. 1 Boral Sword, because you can actually OTK, and 1 Borla because you can for going second, if you're going against Sky Striker or Salamangreat, you can just take their monster and you can attack per game. So there's that. For my sideboard, it's actually personal preference when it comes to this deck. To start things off, I actually played triple Pankratops. I really think this is good against any deck right now. Personally, against Danger Guard Dragon, Danger Thunder Guard Dragon. That basically the top deck of the format, in my opinion. Pankratops is just really good because it can get rid of specific cards, and the card's just really broken. Triple Artifact Lancia for Orcust, Denko Sucker for Salamangreat, Twin Twisters for any trap-based decks or spell back row, and the last card can be evenly matched or red reboot. It's just I didn't figure out what the last card was going to be because I've been playtesting this recently. It's actually not bad. It's actually been doing pretty well. There are times where I've like opened brick hands and I still won because my opponent bricked even more. So yeah, other than that, this deck actually may come back because of the new support. Unfortunately, it won't be back for Nationals, but it will be back for next year, the start of the next year. So I may actually consider this unless Konami decides to hit the Sky Strikers, which is easily understandable because we know Sky Strikers on the fence right now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, feel free to like, comment down below, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And if you like the content I'm creating, check me out on Patreon. By donating a certain amount of money, you can actually help me create more content like this. Links are down in the description. And this is Kyle. Peace and out.